I found my purpose. That's lacking sometimes in the veterans community is we lose our purpose. We're peer support. That's what Dryhootch's mission really is providing peer support for veterans in transition, wherever that transition may be.
Dryhootch, especially at that time, was kind of the Wild West in some ways from our perspective, right? So things were happening here that didn't make sense from a traditional healthcare perspective.
I don't like institutions. Zeno, he worked at an institution.
But the veterans really felt like they were having an impact on other veterans who needed care and who might not seek care from the VA or from a traditional health provider. And so that was a very complex set of conversations that had to happen. And frankly, Mark talked a lot about deprogramming me. He said, look, I just spent the last 2 years deprogramming you from sort of the traditional large healthcare perspective to how things are on the street, working with real veterans.
It was kind of from that point forward where I thought, he means what he says. We've disagreed, we've argued, to the point of maybe even the partnership being dissolved way before it probably even had a chance to get going. But what I really liked about it is we all stuck it out.
So if you're a small organization, partnerships are huge. We know a piece, but there's these other folks over here and over here that are experts that have been in pieces of that field for a long time. And one is the medical college. And how do we bring their knowledge to help the vet on the street who's living under a bridge?
Our partnership was able to help people. Zeno taught me a lot about community research, community relationships, made me better at it. We were able to get published, and he was able to put my ideas down on paper that made sense for the rest of the world to see, or a combination of our ideas. When I first was going out to the medical college, it was like going into a hospital in some ways. It was uncomfortable, but today, I just go. I don't worry about stuff like that anymore. That has actually helped me grow into not worrying about, I'm no different than anybody else.
And now, I think after 7 or 8 years of this work, I'm very attuned to when I say something and a community partner gives me back different language, they usually are being intentional about it. It's not a mistake, it's not an error, it's not that they misheard me. It's that they're telling me, you're close, but it's more like this.
Out of this partnership, I think, to me, was the most wonderful thing is actually it created a friendship. And to me, that was a special part of this journey for me because I made a really good friend. It's been a fun journey because of our collaboration and partnership. It almost, I want to say, it's almost a family.